Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact. And we have some commissions to start off with today, but today we're also going to be doing the story quest for Hu Tao? The mysterious Wangsheng parlor. So that's going to be all the way actually over here. So it's been a while since we got to do a quest that's here before the Wangshu Inn. That's interesting. Okay, but first we're going to be doing a few commissions so we can still collect some keys as we're going through this game. I understand, I know, by the way, I've heard a few times that yes, you don't have to do the commissions. But like I say every time, I like doing the commissions. I do like them. They're fun. So limitations of an adventure. Is this going to be another one of those quests from this boy up here? Oh, yeah, it's what's his face? Herman. What to do? What's wrong? It's just my daughter. Ellen has a heart set on joining the Knights of Livonia. She's training for the trials now. I really hope to help mentor her, but she doesn't believe me when I say I used to be an adventurer. She just wants to train alone. There's nothing I can do to prove it to her either. Once you got wife and kids, it'd be selfless and reckless to carry on going out on these dangerous adventures. My responsibility to care for my family takes priority over the ego boost I get from going on an adventure. I'm still an adventurer at heart, though, and I certainly know a thing or two about it. Once I was on an adventure, I noticed that these wooden dummies that the Hilichurls use for combat training. They look pretty sturdy. I'm sure they'd be great for Ellen to train with, too. Could you go and collect a few Hilichurls training dummies for me? Of course, I respect the adventurer's code. I wouldn't make you do it for nothing. Okay. That's the spirit. I was just, like you back there when I first joined the guild, up for anything. And when I say anything... just joking, of course. Off you go now. Herman, what are you implying? Herman, what are you implying to me, Herman? So this is one of the last story quests we're going to be doing for now. And then we're going to be going back and doing other story quests later. Like I said many times when I'm playing this game, we are not skipping things. And I feel like that's sometimes a misconception with this game where it's are you here we go, this one here. We're not skipping things, in this game, because to skip things I feel would be to not go back to them, you know what I mean? I'm skipping, if I say I'm skipping lunch, right? You don't eat lunch later. You know what I mean? You won't eat lunch. You're I'm skipping lunch and then I'll eat lunch at dinner time. No, it's no, you're eating dinner now, you know? Really the idea is that we're gonna do everything in this game. There's no, as long as it's a chunky part, and even the non-chunky parts that aren't as chunky, we're still gonna be doing those parts as well. Always. I mean, you looked at yesterday with Sean Yun's hangout. Was one of my favorite parts of this game, which made me even so excited to do the other hangouts in this game too. We have so much to do in this game constantly, there's so much to do, and that's a good complaint to have, especially with a game that does not get boring for me at all. But there's no skipping when we're going to be going back to this stuff anyway. And that kind of excites me too, the fact that down the line if we want to, we can be let's do this story. Let's do this story. Like we have with Mondstadt as well, and it's been so fun too, because the amount of times we've come back to Mondstadt to do stuff, he's up this way, I keep going the wrong way. It's so natural for me to head down this way towards this space, right? It's so natural. A lot of people have expressed that they really like this new character we're going to be doing a story for as well. So that always excites me when people get excited for a character. Did you find some training dummies? Yes, however. Well, it looks like you put too much force into it. I don't know how you managed to break such a sturdy wooden contraption, though. Okay, buddy. I can't give this to Ellen as is, but it's good. But it's good wood. So a bit of work, it should be fine. I've assembled it, albeit with some difficulty. It's not half bad, is it? Thank you. Thanks to you. Ultimately, here's your payment, as promised. I don't take favors for free. It's okay, dude. As long as I get some gems, we're fine. And we are saving, of course, all of our gems until the next banner. Which, as I always say, guys, I don't really want to know what's on the next banner. My favorite thing about this game is just not knowing. It's exciting for me, and I think you guys like it too. Me going, oh, what's gonna be on the next banner? What's gonna be happening? Where is this now? Is this where I usually collect? This is not where I usually collect. I usually collect dandelions up here, so we can collect them here. I have a full collection going on now. I'm gonna be doing that later today. Every 2 days, I go around collecting stuff in this game. And to me, that's the best way to do it. Because again, like I said, the flowers is the hardest thing about this. Now, I used to play every single day for the past few weeks. but I haven't gotten around to really playing. Hold on a second. I haven't gotten around to really playing it every day. I just from being a bit busy, you know what I mean, with some other stuff. Look at Kave. Yeah, just being a tiny bit busy with other stuff. So like, I have been still collecting flowers, but I haven't collected any items that we need for actually leveling up some characters, or like, you know, the usual stuff, the Geovishaps and the hippopotamuses and all that stuff. Like, I haven't gotten around to collecting that stuff yet. But we will have time. And of course, people are also suggesting now that I go and get the start fighting the weekly bosses as well, which means there's a lot to do. And I feel like, you know, there is kind of a difference sometimes in the way I approach this game and the way some people approach this game. There is a very casual kind of like fun aspect to it, while also like appreciating the story and appreciating the design and appreciating all this stuff. That's kind of like how I like to play it. But I also acknowledge, you know, like anytime I have to like change up things, and it's not have to, like there's never anyone forcing me to change up things. But there is a case of like, okay, to level up my characters for this game to be, you know, to be manageable sometimes, I will have to play off camera. And that was something we never said we were going to do. We were like, oh, we're going to play everything on camera. And then it was like, people were like, oh, I don't know if you're going to always feel that way. And I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe I will. I think it will always feel that way, you know? And then I soon realized that, like, yes, like for this to be something that is very viable, we'd have to, you know, grind a little bit off camera. And at first, I'll be completely honest, I was like, oh my god, I have to do this stuff all the time. But once you find out, like, good flower locations to, like, you know, find all the flowers that you need, and you can beat the bosses and do all this stuff, like, it was like, okay, this is actually not bad. And it's actually kind of relaxing. I put on, like, a podcast in the background, and I start, like, just collecting flowers and beating bosses. It's actually super enjoyable. And I think that's my biggest worry when it comes to like grinding for stuff, is that like, is it enjoyable, is it fun? And at first I was genuinely just like, oh man, this isn't gonna be fun, is it? This isn't gonna be fun. I think the reason I thought it was gonna be fun is just because I saw like how much you had to collect. I have to defeat this boss like 12 times. And it's like, oh, well, it's not that bad once you get it down to a science. Especially with Eula, man. Eula is so freaking good with destroying any boss. Like maybe, like even the ice boss, I was gonna say maybe apart from like the ice boss, whatever. And it's like, she's even fantastic with him because like what you can do is like still superconduct them with Fischl and go straight in for physical attacks. She's still very, very, very good. Get out of here. Shut up. Wait, so the red, it means that we're in a place that's a little bit dangerous, right? Here? Maybe not. Or maybe it just means we're fighting. Then let's go over here and do this.
Quick, under the umbrella.
It's just a really great game.
You can't risk catching a cold because it might turn into something more serious. And if that happens, well, I can't go avenge.
Kava?
Come at me.
Okay, let's go. We're leaving the dandelion behind, guys. Who is Kava's spot supposed to be? It's Xing Shou, isn't it? No, it's Mika. Mika's supposed to be there. I might put Ferminet there just for the fun of it. Because I want to see if we can like make Ferminet really viable as well. Because Ferminet like can get to level 40. And we're going to be leveling up when we get to like Fontaine as well. So we might as well start leveling up now. And like in fairness, like Kazuha is at level 42. Like level 40 also, I should say. And he's more than viable. But then again, that is a 5-star character. So I feel like it's a little bit different.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Eye for an eye.
Eula's so good. Yeah, like I've said it before, like my favorite characters to use in this game are Eula and Xiao. Like they're like the tough. Just dude, put away your shield, please. Put away your shield. Put away your shield, maybe. Put away your shield. Oh, let's do this. Wow, this is my thing. Even though that doesn't do anything. Can you put away your shield, please? Thank you. I know. Like it won't do anything unless we have like you know, yeah. Okay. Then there's one more commission. Are we saying that there's one, or did we do all the commissions? We might have done all the commissions. We did all the commissions. Very cool. And we can go back to Mondstadt to get a little reward. And then I actually want to focus on upgrading Fermine and actually putting some stuff on him right in front of you guys. So you guys can be a judge of how wrong I do this or how well I do this.
Ad Astra Abbott.
There we
Thank you for
There we go. I know as well we have like Eula, which like kind of like eliminates maybe some of the need for Fermine. Oh, we should collect some of the stuff from here as well, which is actually like really good stuff. Yeah, it's actually super important stuff because then that's how you make like Sweet Madame and stuff. Let's take a look at the party setup for now. First of all, when we're going to be creating parties, there's going to be characters from different places that we're going to be doing. So Also Cute is a really cool party. This party isn't something we're even using right now, so I might change this around a bit. Yeah, now the only thing is, this is like what the type of team I would like. You know what I mean? Like this is the type of thing that I would like to do eventually with Nahida. Is have this type of team. I want to check out the characters here for a second, just what they take to level up, because I think she's Fontaine as well. So she's a Fontaine character also. Oh, geez, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Freaking awesome character as well. So what do we think about when we are creating a party later on for Fontaine? Because I do want to have a Fontaine party when eventually we do get to Fontaine. If we look at this, and we go, her. Where else is the other characters here? Linny.
You lead the way.
Fermine. And
I've got nowhere to go.
oh god, Fermine. And there.
We'll be a traveling magic troupe.
So what do we think about this? I understand there's already fire in the team as well, but like I think that's really cute anyway. Just like if we were creating something for Sumeru, we'd create something different as well. But for like there's like Inazuma stuff as well, we could create an Inazuma team as well. But let's focus on like what we could do with Fermine now for a second. Let's change around. Let's give him some artifacts and things like that, just so we can eventually use him. First of all, with Fermine, where is he? In terms of weapons, actually, this actually would be very good for him. And we're going to use this on him eventually. But to ascend this is going to be insane. Right? Like, to actually ascend this is probably going to be what's going to be hard. Actually, maybe not. To ascend it once anyway is not difficult. But then ascending it again is what's the difficult part. But we can probably craft these as well. In terms of artifacts, we'd want like physical stuff on him, right? Stuff that like improves physical stuff and attack and things like that. So maybe stuff like this, like that improves crit rate. Oh, we should probably give this. Wait a second. We should give this to Fischl. And there's also hydro damage bonus for these ones as well, but he already has that on him. Attack, energy recharge. So if we go with something like this, maybe? Crit damage. Maybe this? Or something like this. Attack plus 16 plus energy recharge. And then in terms of this... crit damage, but he already has crit damage on him. Defense doesn't mean much, I've heard, in this game. Okay, something along these lines, but we can change it as we're going forward and level up stuff as well as we're going forward, maybe. With Fischl, I think I definitely will put that on her. That new item we got and upgraded a bit too. Let's see, artifacts. Where's the one that gives us electro damage bonus? Yeah. And if we enhance this as well. Right? Using 2-star stuff? Oh, we don't have any more consumables. So like +5 though is still 16%. That's our first 5-star item, right? And you probably that's probably just naturally gotten through time and things like that. It's probably one of the more naturally gotten ones. Okay, so what else do we have here? We have some mail. Cool. We have some achievements. Okay, let's go do this quest then for Hu Tao. Hu Tao? Here we are. Man, this is interesting because this is a character I really don't know anything about, or haven't even heard anything or much about, like, at all. Which is a big difference when you come across a character like this from compared to when you come across a character maybe like Sean Yun, who we have heard a tiny bit about. We can't go this way. When it comes to his relationship with Xing Shou. Because that's how, like, that's kind of like the first time I heard about Sean Yun was like, oh, look at this character, he looks pretty cool. And then people were like, oh, he's like friends with Xing Shou. Which you found out that Xing Shou plays him for a fool sometimes.
Why did we come here? Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
Because I unlocked the story quest, Paimon.
Not that Paimon's scared
course.
or anything. Just,
Of course.
concerned for your safety.
Thank you.
It's just that this is how lots of scary stories go. You're in an empty place, in the middle of nowhere, there's barely any light, and then just when you least expect it, a stranger comes out and... Quick, do something!
What, you want me to kill him? Didn't you say you were concerned about my safety?
Paimon's intuition says that anyone we run into here is going to be far from normal.
Paimon just want... Come, Paimon, kill him. Let's do it.
If he gets us, he's gonna eat Paimon for sure.
Oh, we can't have him eat Paimon.
Who are you?
Don't eat Paimon. I came from beyond the heavens.
Beyond the heavens? A strange way of putting it.
And then I fished for Paimon. Paimon
try to
really
scare
is
me.
buying into the fact that she's emergency rations.
I'm just here for a funeral. I don't mean to offend. No matter who you are, there's no need for any ill will between us.
It's no problem, man.
Whew. Seems he's just your average scaredy cat. He looks more afraid than Paimon.
But you're kind of terrifying. So I'll say that I... Should we go for the funny answer? We always do, Sweet Cherry.
Huh? I'm not. Paimon's super friendly looking.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Don't be afraid. We come in peace.
Any character says we come in peace to me probably doesn't mean that.
Gods protect me!
No. Stop freaking out and stand still. Relax.
Is that one of the first time someone's reaction to Paimon was like, oh, Jesus?
Relax. Yes, whatever you say. Please stay your hand. Don't come any closer. I mean you no harm. Don't touch me.
Oh, God.
Hey, Paimon already said nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, you have to listen to Paimon. Are we gonna follow him? Yet the butterfly float us away.
Was it something Paimon said? Let's go after him. He might do something stupid.
I absolutely adore Paimon. She's so funny. She is so funny all the time. Just consistently funny. Oh, there's the character we're talking about.
Director.
Oh, a fire character.
Oh? Don't get too excited. These are clients, not ghosts.
I can't wait to see them in like, because I think animated form and like 3D form is so different.
Why would you calm down and let us explain? Although clients doesn't seem quite right.
Is she seeing us as
either.
potential clients?
Yeah, forgive
Oh, yeah,
me.
sick design.
This is one
Sick
of our
design.
new undertakers, Mung. It's his first time working a funeral, so of course he's afraid of his own shadow.
I would be too.
Funeral. Oh, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Zhongli is a consultant there. They deal with this stuff a lot, right?
Oh, you know Zhongli? Well, that saves me a lot of
Sick
explaining.
design. Look at this.
I'm Hu Tao, the
Hu
current
Tao.
director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, responsible for, well, trifling matters having to do with immortality.
Death.
A satisfying trade to be in, though, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is well known around town. Whatever the request, I'd be glad to hear it.
Wait, she's saying we're a client because we're gonna die?
Yeah. If we are looking for Wangshan Funeral Parlor's help, this is hardly the place we would come
True.
to.
Ah, but you see, I wasn't referring to clients in the business sense. Everyone who enters this mortal realm will be a client of
Eventually.
mine. Sooner
So
or
she did
later.
mean death.
Well, that's dark.
I mean, she's right.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor welcomes advanced reservations. When you choose us, you'll never have to worry about what might be around the corner.
She's very cheery for this job.
But be sure to book the right date. Pro tip, it is a living nightmare trying to get flowers at short notice. Speaking of dates, if you're struggling to decide, please do come and talk it over. I'd hate to see you still alive and kicking when your big day comes.
What?
Whoa.
Paimon, you have to deal with mortality now. That's why we have to look. This is the face of like death.
That's... There's a lot to unpack.
I'm not gonna say is everyone at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor weirdo because we know they are, but like also at the same time in the best way possible. By the way, non-derogatory weirdo. But like we'll say like that all sounds very bizarre.
You'll have to excuse her. The director is a rather unique individual. Allow me to explain. We'd heard that there'd been some supernatural activity at Wuwang Hill. To restore calm here, we performed a funeral ceremony.
Okay.
It went very smoothly. According to the director, we shouldn't be expecting any more issues in the near future.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, Wuwang Hill, funeral. What more is there to say? These three belong in the same sentence.
Really cool. Look at the eyes as well. Really cute.
You two, on the other hand, have no business coming to Wuwang Hill. You being here is not normal.
Maybe your understanding of normal isn't quite normal.
I mean, I feel like we're all like a bit weird nowadays in this game. You know? I'm here on an adventure. We'll say that. That's all we can say.
You must hail from the Adventurers
Heck yeah.
Guild.
Man, the socks as well. They look so cool. This character's a great design.
Then you are one of our distinguished clients. Wood, to be precise.
Wood? What do you mean?
That's just how we gauge our clients' importance. We have 4 levels: wicker, bamboo, wood, and marble. The higher the grade, the better we'd like to get to know you.
Man, she thinks everything is like the business in terms of the business of like death.
But I've just only heard of this.
Well, that's because I only just thought of it. Oh, don't look so shocked.
That's business brain, man. That's business brain.
Oh, take a look. Our adventurers
She's
spend the whole day scaling
only
mountains,
think of it now, though.
clearing domains, and smiting enemies. Danger and peril are their bread and butter. Clients like these deserve better treatment. Taking an interest in their daily lives will ultimately benefit not only them, but also me.
Yep, I suppose. Charming.
Oh, touched a nerve, did
No,
I?
no, it's
I'd
fine.
have thought any adventurers who dare come here would be used to conversations like this.
I can't get over cool. Oh, and the nails as well. Look at the rings.
Anyway, I have a favor to ask. Recently, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has been trying to strike a business deal with the Adventurers Guild. With you acting as an intermediary, it would be so much easier.
I don't really want to take part in your business. What's in it for me? Well, say what's in it for me, because I'm willing to help.
Let me think what I could offer you as a reward. Or perhaps there's a favor I could do in return?
We're looking for someone. We've asked a lot of people, but nobody seems to have a clue where they are.
This seems like something right up my alley. I can even inquire with the ones who no longer speak for you.
Okay.
You see? Helping me will be worth your while. Come on then, my able assistants. Let's get down to Liyue
Sure.
Harbor and do some business.
Sure.
When did we become your
Just now,
assistants?
Paimon. Paimon, like, just roll with it. Roll with it. Roll with it at this stage.
Wangsheng who no longer speak. Oh, did she mean talking to the dead?
Yes. Yes.
She's a weird one.
She is, but like I think like I'm just like I don't know, there's so many weirdos in the best way in this game, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like Fischl's a weirdo in the best way. Not as weird, you know? You know, I feel like Eula's a weirdo in the best way too. Like I've grown accustomed to like being appreciative of weirdos in this game. You know what I mean? I'm actually a big fan of weirdos sometimes in this game now. Which I think is more than fair to say, because the weirdos in this game are actually pretty... Oh, wait, one second. I want to cook something before we do anything else. I think, first of all, just having fried eggs on this is a good idea. And having as much fried eggs as possible is a good idea, so let's just cook these really quickly. Yeah, like, she's an interesting design, like a really cool design. And already, like, a character. Like, what they're really good at in this game is, like, you know... They make their profession in this game like something that is like so them. You know what I mean? It's so them. This is always really good to have, so we might as well make 14 or 7 of them, I guess. We need 2. Yeah. Oh, it just worked. Okay, cool. They make their profession like and their life and their vocation, the thing that they're looking to do in life for the rest of their life, something that they're like is so tied to their personality, which makes them like so much easier to understand, I think.
You again. Look, I told you.
What?
We're not interested
What?
in the
What's
kind
the
of
cooperation?
you describe.
Come on, there's no reason to get upset. Look, one of your members is an avid supporter of my proposition.
I have to agree.
Oh, since our last negotiation, I've come up with a new proposal, which I think you'll find has far more benefits for
She
you.
like gives me the vibes of like a Wednesday Addams, right? Without the like dark disposition.
First things first. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor will prioritize the Adventurers Guild requests above all others. You'll also receive 100 of our signature wooden coffins
Oh look,
for
if
free,
100 of you die,
together with your first order.
you know?
That's not all. We also provide an on-site cadaver collection service covering almost all regions
Okay.
of Liyue. Now, we do charge a slight premium for a very small number of especially dangerous areas, but don't you
Don't
worry
worry about that.
I promise you, it's still very affordable.
I love her. I love her, man. I love her.
I don't think you're hearing me.
I think you should hear her out. 100 coffins and on-site collection of bodies.
Okay, all right. I get it. You want to bargain a little more, but our offer as it stands is already quite a good deal, don't you think?
Yeah, it's already great.
Just think about it. An adventurer's life is full of unexpected threats. It's only natural to take
Yes.
precautions.
So,
Mend the roof before it rains.
Hu Tao,
as
you're
they
right.
say.
You're right.
Yeah, no. I'm not so sure that saying applies in this context.
It does, because like here's the thing. If you drop dead right now, Lon, right? If you drop dead right now and you didn't make this deal, things are gonna get very tricky.
Speaking of precautions, I'd rather focus on keeping my adventurers safe in the first place.
Yeah, but you can't always watch over them. Me and Paimon die almost twice a day.
It's time for you to go. I have to attend to other matters.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, what would you say to a group discount? 30% off for parties of 10?
Oh yeah, see if 10 people die.
Director, please, you did your best. We don't need
Oh, the
another class
Millet
with
have
the
been here
Millilith.
before dealing with her.
If Paimon understood all that correctly, it seems like she's trying to sell them the funeral parlor services.
Yeah, this will get us nowhere.
Nothing left
yeah.
to do here. Let's go back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Sure. I think she's great.
Rejecting a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's their loss.
Mm-hmm.
But
She gets
some
it.
things are inevitable. It's only a matter of time.
She gets it. Yeah, so we have like now in our party, by the way, if we're looking at our party setup just for now, like in terms of like the 5-star characters we have, someone was like, how many 5-star characters do you have now? We have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've 8 5-star characters now, right? Which I think is very good. For all what we're doing in this game, what we have in this game, like I said, even before we got all these characters, we had an elite list. When we had Nahida, we had like an elite list of characters that we could do because we had Razor, Nahida. Like you could kill this game with the team we had originally with Bennett and Razor and Nahida, and even then adding Fischl to it or something like that, or adding Sayu or something like that. It was like we had an elite team already. And now we do have an even more like elite member character. And there's some characters that are so forgotten on our team, which is crazy because like eventually I'd love to like learn more about Layla and Kuki. Kuki's someone I'm like really interested in as well. Kalei is also really cool too. Like there's so many characters that we can actually like still take, you know. I didn't know she did that. Hold on a second. That's so sick. Everyone has like a different animation. Of course, you have a little Pokemon. What's... Oh, is yours the beanbag? No, it's this thing. Okay. Superb design, by the way. Superb design. His one's pretty sick. Guitar. Look at that. That's what drew me to her in the first place. It's so funny because Sarah was one of the first characters we got, wasn't she? I think Sarah was one of the first characters we ever got. We got her... She was actually our first pull. Apart from Noelle, was Sarah and Sayu. Which we are going to be going back to Sayu eventually, but Sayu is not off the team. As soon as we can level up Sayu even more, it's over for everyone. Like, I actually think that, like, everyone will die. Like, and I'm not saying this as a mean thing. I just think that, like, you know, it's Judgment Day when we bring Sayu back to the team.
Seems like the old ways are the most reliable after all.
Okay.
Mung, are you done preparing our promotional materials?
So she's just trying to get new customers, new dead customers.
My apologies. I'm only about halfway through. Do you really think they will be effective?
Trust me, they're going to work wonders. This marketing strategy has been used by Wangsheng Funeral Parlor for generations. Clients in need come to our door and write down their commissions on blank wooden tiles. Then they squeeze those inside the parlor through the crack under the door.
Okay.
I fulfill the request written on each tile to make sure our clients are satisfied with the service, no matter if it's an obituary, cremation, or funeral that they seek.
And here's the thing though, like I wonder if like you get to this point, especially like with her line of business, where like she's living in a time where people are probably dropping dead like flies just from like, you know, from leaving their doorstep. I wonder if she's like at the stage where you know, this is so normal to her. And this is his first day. It's really good that they put someone with the first day here as well to do the contrast.
Back and forth. If only we could burn them by the batch.
No, Director, I'm not asking about the wooden tiles themselves, but about the special offer they advertised.
Special offer?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor should keep up with the times. Just think about it. If we don't attract new clients, we'll be left with nothing, won't we? Business development is a crucial element of every prosperous enterprise. I've been trying various marketing strategies ever since I became the director. I put up posters.
So she's Zhongli's boss, by the way, which is really funny.
The Millelith promptly removed them. Then I organized the Wangsheng Visitors Day, but no one showed up.
Oh no.
Well, that doesn't come as a huge surprise.
I mean, I guess it's like, yeah, like it's all
And
surrounding
finally,
death.
I discovered that the traditional ways are the most reliable after all. I took inspiration from the wisdom of previous directors. So now, I go from door to door looking for people and organizations willing to cooperate. Just like during our visit to the Adventurers Guild. That's what I mean by business development. The other method I'm trying is using the wooden tiles as coupons. Just by writing things like, buy one, get one free for the holder of this tile on them.
What do they buy and what do they get?
A solid and durable second home, of course.
Second home as in a casket?
Well, they may not need it right away, but they can be sure that when they do, it will still be as good as new. It won't start deteriorating before you finish doing so yourself.
So
That's the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor quality guarantee.
of course. So what she's saying is basically if you buy one coffin, you get another one free. I don't want to you're on the middle that's right there. I'm gonna say I don't know what to say to that.
All right, Mung. Keep adding those special offers to the wooden tiles. The future
Oh my
of our
god, she's
business
actually so
depends
sweet.
on
I don't know what it is. She's so endearing.
I'm still not sure this will work.
Oh, I get it. You think that our special offer is not comprehensive enough, right? It is true. I was offering all kinds of great benefits to the Adventurers Guild because they are a new client. But in doing so, I neglected my old clients. You're right. It's unfair.
I think he's just thinking that the offers in general are a bit distasteful,
Let me
maybe?
do some market research. Wait here, my faithful assistants. I'll be back with you in a moment. It shouldn't take too long.
Sure.
Paimon already told you we're not your assistants!
Like, Paimon would already fight with a broomstick, so like her being called an assistant is like it's getting to her.
Guess we got dragged into somebody else's business again.
Oh my god, the voice! I
Let's
love
look around
Paimon.
while
She's
she's
so
away.
funny. I'm in such like a happy mood now because we have those two funny characters having a funny off. You know what I mean? It's great.
You must be the director's new
It's
hires.
freaking great.
Not us. We're just very curious about one.
Paimon is doing the threatening pose. You know, when one person stands in front of them, the other one stands behind them.
Well, I wouldn't get too curious if I were you. Too much knowledge isn't good for ordinary folk. The director is tactful when it comes to what should and shouldn't be known.
Her? Tactful?
She's tactful. So like there's clearly like a different knowledge of like what oh, we can check the board itself of who she is. A board used for hanging Wangsheng funeral parlor's wooden tiles. According to Hu Tao, all the tiles should be blank. In which case, the characters on the back of the tiles must see a special offer. And then there's one more thing, maybe inside the actual funeral parlor itself. So behind the stores of Wangsheng funeral parlor, it looks far more orderly than the directors made it out to be.
We should get going. Let's go find Hu Tao.
Look at this design, by the way. Like, it's actually pretty sick. Like, the brown... Like, again, they made brown, like, kind of darker, muddier colors in this game look cool. When I never thought they would look cool. The socks are really cool with the red bow on them. The kind of tail on a jacket always works really well with shorts. Like, it looks neat.
Settled then. Write it like this. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor
Bumper sale.
Buy one, get one free. Buy two, get three free.
Three
More
coffins
for your
free.
aura. I
Oh,
love
the
it.
laugh.
Better than all that
I love
lifeless
her.
brochure stuff. We want people to feel warm and fuzzy.
But director, isn't lifeless the name of the game in this industry?
That's old hat. We're opening up new ground.
Yeah, it's new ground, buddy. Get with the times.
Why does Wangsheng Funeral Parlor need to open up? Yes, director.
Poor guy's giving up.
Right. We should get going. I am not letting new business escape us.
We? As in us.
Who else? Do you see anyone else around here? Oh, well, you probably wouldn't see them if there was.
Yeah, the dead people.
Stop adding little afterthoughts like that. It creeps people out.
Paimon is going through a lot of emotions in one. Like, she's having a crisis now. She's having a crisis.
Just a joke. Sorry. Everything you see is everything that's present. For the moment, at least.
Comforting.
Lighten up. The way I see it, people make death scarier than it really is.
Again, she sees it from a different perspective, you know?
What people truly fear about departing this world is suffering and regret. To deal with the trauma, they let their imaginations run wild with notions of ghosts and evil spirits.
She's not wrong, is she? She's not wrong that like the kind of the fear of death is not the actual death itself. It's the regret the things we leave behind, and the idea of suffering through death and suffering after death. That's what's scary about death. You know what I mean? At least that's what like the thing, like for me, like I'm not as afraid, but like to me the only fear I would have is like what would I miss? You know what I mean? Persona 6. I miss Persona 6. That's terrible. You know? The next From Software game, terrible. You know? I never get to Fontaine, terrible. You know?
Oh, baseless fantasies. What we've ended up with is a topic that people are morbidly afraid of talking about. If I don't broach the subject, then Wangsheng Funeral Parlor won't be long for
We've
this
seen
world.
several ghosts, but also as well, it's really cool that we did this quest after we did the Sean Yun quest as well.
Oh, more approachable and appeasable than you'd imagine?
We've only seen like children ghosts, right?
I wouldn't say that. Let's just say at least it didn't hurt us.
You must have come across a particularly ferocious entity. How should I put this? Most spirits are incapable of harming ordinary folks.
The hair is really cool too, isn't it?
The job of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is to guard the border between life and death. One component of this is correcting notions of death and the afterlife that people may hold. Simply put, for those unable to see the border, they're best kept as far away from it as possible. So for ordinary folks, the best case scenario is ignorance of all matters concerning spirits in the afterlife, or even better, a belief that none of it exists.
Then you really don't have any excuse for spooking the heck out of people.
Yes, she does. She's funny.
You make it sound so abominable. I'm just trying to get them to see the humor in it all.
I've yet to see the funny side, man. I'm laughing my arse off. That's why people think you're weird. Both of these answers are not what I would say. This is less mean.
I never thought you'd be such a bore. Never mind. If you stick by me, everything will become
I'm
clear.
laughing my butt off.
All right, let's get going. Follow me.
Director, wait. What about Big G?
Zhongji?
Don't forget.
Big G? Who's that? We've been in Liyue for ages and never heard that name.
Oh, nothing. Just something Mung's been pleading with me to take care of. Should be a piece of cake.
Big G. I wonder if it's like a client as well that's died.
Where are we going?
To visit an important potential client.
Someone's gonna
I'll
die?
lead the way.
I'm sorry, but she's just hilarious. Like, she's just hilarious. I understand that, like, it's not the nicest thing in the world to, like, you know, to joke about death for people, you know what I mean? And I totally get that. But at the same time, like, you know, like, it's just, there's so, oh, look at this, a fragile resin. I think you use these for cleaning your armpits, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like, I understand that, like, obviously some people would see that as distasteful, like, for sure. But I'm also, like, at the state with this where it's like, we meet so many, like, crazy people. Like, we literally have crazy people on our team. And of course, like, you know, like, everyone's gonna react to death in different ways. And that's why she's probably losing out in business, is because she's treating death as such a trivial matter in some cases. But I really feel like, you know, we're gonna see a lot more into why she's like this, I suppose.
Sorry, who are you?
Hello, I'm Hu Tao, director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Okay, so why would someone from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor be looking for me?
Just in case you die.
Nothing major. How are you feeling these days? Any aches or pains?
No. No.
You shouldn't ignore them, by the way. Very often they're an omen of something
No.
terminal. When we're healthy, it's easy to forget the crushing fragility of life. So, aches and pains, best to keep an eye on them.
What are you getting at? I'm in great health and enjoying life very much, thank
For
you.
now.
Go and find some other poor soul. Goodbye.
What if you die very soon?
Why did they get angry? What's wrong with a few earnest health
Yeah, for sure.
Paimon thinks it's because they're coming from the director of a funeral parlor.
I need a Paimon Hu Tao sitcom. I really do, where they're like trying to break into the industry together, you know? Oh, we can just warp here. Metro pool. Get this guy too.
And you are? Be quick. I'm busy.
How's your butt? Are you dying? Is your back sore? You feel like dying?
Hello there.
You
Would
gonna die?
Be interested in understanding a bit about our services at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor?
Yeah, would you be interested?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I'm not in need of your services.
Yeah, but maybe you will be.
So you're out here looking for new customers? Don't you think this might be a bit of a crass way of going about it?
Hardly. Isn't this the fashion these days? Bring the service to the customer and
Yeah,
all that.
exactly, dude. Calm down. Now, are you feeling any stomach pains?
I'm not sure it's every service that falls into that. Anyway, please bother someone else if you don't mind.
Are you feeling any pains in your leg?
Another failure. Still, not the end of the world.
Well, honestly,
Paimon's curious. Does this approach ever work out for you?
it's them. It's not you, it's them. Don't worry about it. It's them for sure. Lucas, I have my board as well. Look at that. It's them.
I know your face. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor director, right? I'm sorry, I'm really in no need of it.
Has your bob infected your head a bit?
Don't apologize. Get to know us. We've got a new sale going
Yes,
on.
2 for 1 for Bobs. Love a good Bob. We all love a good Bob.
Ever hear the saying, out with the old, in with the new? Well, going out with a bang is the best way to start off in style on the other side.
Yes. And also, like, how is your health?
If you keep talking like this, I'll have to call the Millilith.
I'll murder the Millilith. I'll murder them.
No. Okay, relax. We're leaving. But Wangsheng Funeral Parlor awaits your distinguished patronage.
Yeah, think about it. A lot of accidents happening nowadays, ain't that right, Paimon? Maybe you trip up. Maybe you fall on my sword. Maybe you go into the water and you say goodbye. You know? Lots of stuff be happening lately. You think about it.
You really don't give up, do you?
Tough crowd. Honestly, they just need to know. Maybe we give them like a near-death experience. Like, Paimon, you go over and kick them, and then I'll like they almost fall into like a pile of like spikes, and I grab them and go, "Oh, you could have died there. You better be thinking about your future."
Are you trying to make me feel better?
Honestly, yes.
Well, thank you. Seems you understand me far better than most people.
Honestly, I don't think planning for your funeral is especially when it's cheaper, is not a bad thing to do. I understand where they're coming from, but I don't think it's a terrible thing to do. You know?
Not really. This is just getting really uncomfortable.
Enough business development. Please help me find someone.
Business development? Is that what you see this as? Surely you don't think all that was business development.
Then what was it exactly? Traumatization for its own sake?
Paimon's losing it. She's losing it.
No. The business development ended after the discussion with the Adventurers Guild.
Wait, what?
I was helping to find somebody for Mung. You remember Big G?
Rings a bell.
As it turns out, the Big G that Mung is looking for is a ghost adrift in the mortal realm.
Oh, so we were actually just asking around.
The 3 we saw just now were all people I suspected of being followed by Big G. But having seen them, I didn't sense the presence of anything otherworldly. So we just had a quick chat, and I left it at that.
If that was stopping for a quick chat, I wonder what business development looks like.
Why didn't you say so? Paimon thought you had some kind of sixth sense for, people in declining health.
I thought she just like got like reports on them or something.
Huh? What would I need that kind of ability for? I'm no doctor.
Yeah, Paimon.
Were you seriously
Her laugh
hoping
is
that
so
the
sweet.
director
I
of the
think I love her.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor
She's
was
hilarious.
going to start healing people? Or...
I don't think you understand what Paimon's saying.
Paimon was trying to subtly imply
Yeah,
that...
I don't think she understands.
Never mind. Paimon wouldn't know how to explain subtlety in a way you'd understand.
Well, let's leave that for now and head back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. This Big G matter is very closely linked to Meng.
It's cool though. I just think she's hilarious. Like, that's the thing. She's gonna get away with a lot on my mind because she's absolutely hilarious. If you're hilarious and have a cool design, that's half the battle. Or is it story quest? There's a quest here. Who has that quest? Oh, it's a Millilith soldier. Okay, cool. Cool. We can go and get that later. Oh, client. Client. Clients. Client. 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 Who wants to be a client? Client. Client. We didn't find any clients. Oh, look at the kit. Hello.
Meng, I'm back.
Mong.
I'm afraid we're still no closer to finding Big G.
I see. Well, I'm just sorry for the trouble. I've already searched in all the likely places.
Who is this Big G anyway?
I guess I should start at the beginning. My home was in the vicinity of Wulong Hill. In my youth, I had a good many friends there. Big G was one of them. We were the best of friends. Inseparable, really. But one day, there was an accident. And that was the end of him.
Jesus.
I've never forgotten. Too many memories, I suppose. I often return to Wuwang Hill. But recently, after one such visit, I started to feel strange. Now, every night, Big G appears in my dreams. I can't help but wonder, did I disturb him somehow?
Sounds like a tall story. That kind of thing doesn't happen.
Perhaps. I don't have proof, but I can't stop worrying. I get more anxious every day. How would I ever come to terms with my childhood friend becoming an evil spirit?
That's why he joined Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. In place of a salary, I'm helping him deal with this matter. And in fact, what Meng has said is entirely plausible. Spirits on occasion do find a way into our world. But as for evil spirits, I think you're scaring yourself. Even I have only encountered malevolent forces a handful of times.
But are you sure there's no danger? I couldn't bear for him to go around harming people.
A lot of times, like, the ghosts we found, like the little girl ghosts, like, usually are just, like, playing pranks on people and stuff.
You see what I mean? Look at the state of him. If we can't find Big G, it'll eat away at Monk forever.
And Irish slang, look at the state of him, usually means you're saying someone looks horrible. Look at the state of you. You know?
Those people we found today were also Monk's childhood friends. I thought there was a good chance Big G might have hidden among them.
Oh, wow.
But here we are.
She's actually really
Empty-handed.
intelligent, really smart, and she's doing something really... That was a really smart way of looking for Big G.
Wuwang Hill, childhood friends? Seems like we're out of leads.
And she's doing something nice for this guy, too.
Sorry, excuse me. Is this Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? My name's Lo Chung. I've had this awful feeling
there it
recently,
is.
like something's staring at me. Some of my friends and I went to Wuwang Hill the other day on a dare. After I returned home, I felt ill. I've been having recurring nightmares, but the doctors can't find anything wrong with me. I think that it's a curse, right? I've been cursed by a demon.
Say no more. There's no doubt it's a demonic curse, all right, and a serious one at that.
Oh my god, going to the worst right away?
You believe so too? Then it's just like they say in the tales of old. The vengeful spirits of the gods who fell in the Archon War return to cast their evil curses upon mortals. And if the curse isn't lifted, it will burn through the body, laying waste to flesh and bone. Oh, what a wretched end! The symptoms I'm having are just like those described in the tales.
Wuwang Hill? No, I don't think it was a curse. It was probably just Big G.
Oh, so we found him.
Hold your horses, both of you. There's no need to creep each other out.
Isn't that exactly what you like to do, though?
Nah, she likes a little joke, Paimon, a little jokey joke.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor specializes in demonic stuff like this, right? Help me. I beg you. I'm too young to die.
All right. Don't panic. Leave it to me. You've come to the right person. However, in order to lift the curse, we need a suitable location, and we need to make some preparations. Come with me, my trusty assistants. I'm going to need your help.
I guess I'll come
Yeah, you
too.
can come too, Mong.
Help him make the preparations first. The incense exorcism, the one I taught you. When you're ready, come and find me. Once we've finished with this, we'll get back to the Big G matter.
Okay, I guess.
Right. Let's go.
So she's actually like going to show like just how competent she is at this job, which to me is like always like really, really cool about one of my favorite aspects of Genshin is that like, you'll have a character who is unbelievably silly, and then you realize like as you're going through the game, it's like, oh, there. And here's the thing: you could also have like someone like Sean Yun, who's like, yes, very competent at his job and a very nice person, but like sometimes gets a lot of things wrong. But here as well, you're gonna find out like another character who like is incredibly silly, but also has a very like understandable side to them. Oh, there's like a ley line here.
So, what mysterious rituals are you gonna perform here?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited for this.
No ritual at all. We just need to kill some time.
Eh?
Wait, you didn't take all that vengeful god's curse stuff seriously, did you? They were eradicated ages ago.
So is she just trying to hype up the business by like telling lies? So why are we here?
You saw those two. One thinks he's been cursed, and the other one believes his friends turned into an evil spirit. It's hard to reason with them.
Sure.
Now you see why I believe that ordinary folks should be kept in the dark. I've seen too many people lose their senses on account of things like this. If you want to calm them down, you need to convince them with something tangible. And the best way to do that is to make a great show of destroying the boogeyman they believe in before their very eyes.
And it's kind of like, you know, if they it's like a placebo almost. Like if they believe it's something that has happened, it you know, it's way easier to actually believe that it actually has happened, you know, if you can see it.
Sounds like that might work. If you were trying to cheer up a 3-year-old.
How old are you, Paimon?
Why would you ask that?
I want to know. Jeebus, Paimon.
Paimon just wants to know why we can't tell everyone the truth.
Because sometimes people are hilarious.
Because you can't guarantee that telling an ignorant person the truth will improve the situation instead of exacerbating it. What I can do is pretend to pull back anyone who believes their time is nigh. But since the curse is imaginary, our fix will also be make-believe.
Makes sense. But why would anyone believe that it's a curse?
Do you know the history of the Yaksha?
I know just some bits and pieces. Like we actually like did do a lot on the Yaksha.
They once fought against the ancient gods. They fought brilliantly in a battle that engulfed the whole world in darkness. Although the gods were defeated in the end, their resentment persevered. That resentment turned into a pestilence spreading amongst the ordinary folk. Hysteric people mistook it for the curse of the gods. The plague took the lives of many, which only furthered its spread, as the dead were a breeding ground for the disease.
Jesus.
Then someone discovered how to prevent it from spreading, purify the air, and burn the bodies of the deceased. The pioneers of these practices were, you guessed it, the founders of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Yeah, and this is like what you always see, like their competency come true, right? We have heard a bit about the Yaksha though, from being with a Yaksha.
Paimon didn't see that coming. Really?
Yes. Anyway, it took many years, but eventually the plague was completely eradicated. We've dealt with similar phenomena multiple times throughout the ages. Each time we successfully restored the balance between life and death. To sum it up, we are gatekeepers, guarding the border for the sake of both the living and the dead.
Yeah, let's take a big interest in this, because like she's actually being like, I actually think it's really nice to hear her say this stuff.
So when I say this curse is just a figment of the imagination, I say it with more certainty than most. But I also can't really go telling people that the ancient plagues were real, or it would incite panic. Anyway, let's wait a bit more and get ready for the show. This leyline monolith will make for a really great prop. Ah, you're finally here. We just finished our preparations. Now, look here. This device is used to drive away evil spirits. It'll absorb the curse inside you and cause it to take a physical form. But don't worry, the traveler here is a seasoned warrior
I'll
and
try.
will assure our safety.
You failed to mention that we need to fight.
Oh, right. I forgot to tell you. It'll be fine.
I'll fight for Hu Tao. She's fantastic.
Will that really solve my problem?
Hopefully.
Trust the director. She might look like a weirdo, but she's serious about everything.
That's
she
the vibe
does.
I'm getting.
How can you call me a weirdo? I mean, wouldn't you say it's more charmingly naive or disarmingly different?
Disarmingly different. That's great.
All right, let's get down to business. My glamorous assistant, please activate the device.
Let's go. So it is like, this is obviously not a real thing. We've done this a million times. We do this for commissions sometimes. So it's kind of cool to see what they're like, what she's doing with this.
To materialize the curse?
Yeah, Eula's gonna rip through these guys.
Shudder.
I'm counting on
Who's
you.
next? Who's next? Bro, who are you? I'd say calm that down. You're about to get super conducted. The sword ain't even gonna matter. Oh, maybe it will. Actually, a little bit. If you get over there, oh yeah, it didn't matter. It didn't matter in the end. That's cool though. He actually did some pretty big damage to the ley line.
Let's light it up.
But honestly, that wasn't so bad at all. Wasn't so bad at
How are
all.
you feeling? Did the curse leave your body?
Yes.
See, again,
I
it
feel
is
more
probably a placebo
invigorated than
effect, yeah.
ever before. I'm cured. I can't express how grateful I am for your and the Traveler's help. If it hadn't been for you, the curse would have taken my life.
Great. In which case, I guess now I can tell you.
No, no.
You've been pranked.
So, like,
What?
maybe you should have told him.
This exorcism device, people like you wouldn't recognize it, but it's just an old ley line monolith, deceptively effective at attracting monsters.
The ley lines were the thing that were underground, right? And then they shot up from the ground, I believe.
And those were real monsters, not a manifestation of your curse. So riddle me this. If I didn't do anything to lift the curse, then what's the cause of your sudden recovery?
The curse wasn't real?
There you go.
Then why was I sick?
Well, you caught a cold, ate something bad, or just scared yourself.
It's really interesting
sick.
to have like someone from a
Anyone's
funeral
guess,
parlor feel
but
this way,
I'm leaning
right?
Towards the last option. Wouldn't be the first time in my career.
But I guess then they see it more as a scientific side of death, or the very, very sure side of death, which is seeing dead bodies.
How unexpected.
I also didn't expect that, but still, I'd like to thank you.
Don't mention it. I found a way to deal with your fears this time, but I can't do it over and over again, so I'd appreciate it if you try not to give in to superstitions in the future. Human life is short. Enjoy it while it lasts.
It's a pretty sweet way of looking at it.
Wow, what a weird thing to say. I shall head back. I'm sorry for troubling you.
I think she's super sweet in a very weird way. Does that make sense?
I feel relieved to see that it wasn't Big G's doing. However, unless he crosses the border, there will be no end to his antics. Since we are done with the matter at hand, can we resume our search for Big G?
I believe that won't be needed.
Huh?
He found us first.
Wait, he's here?
Big G?
Are you serious?
I didn't mean to bother
Oh, and he's a little boy still. Of course, he died as a boy.
This is Big
Of course,
G.
he died. They were childhood friends.
Oh, well, he is a spirit. It's quite normal
Yeah.
that he looks just
Yeah.
like he did when he left this world.
Oh, that's actually pretty sweet.
That's not what Paimon imagined when Paimon first heard the name Big
Have you ever
G.
had like friends where you called them like the worst names possible as a nickname? Like if someone's really small, you call them like giant. You know what I mean? Like if someone's like really tall, you call them little. You know? I have a cousin that we still call baby, because he's so tall.
Let's bring him back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. We have much to do.
We call him baby and then his name. Because that's like cause you know, like it just makes sense. It's like you call him like and Big G is like was probably just a name of like how cool he was or how fun he was to be around. Like it doesn't have to be you know, like it doesn't have to be like, how do I say it? Like that he's like big. So those world requests, they're random, aren't they? Because like I think they just pick random quests, or unless they're choosing mine to join and they know my recording time or something. But it'd be really weird to watch my videos and then be like, oh,
After all that's happened,
I want to join his game when he said he doesn't want
I'm
anyone
not
joining his
sure
game.
what's going on anymore.
So Big G's not an evil spirit.
Actually, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Remember what I said? There's only so many evil spirits in this world. It was a twist of fate that made him leave Wuwang Hill in the first place. Now, for some reason, he can't go back.
This explanation sounds a bit far-fetched to Paimon.
Actually, she pretty much summed it
Yeah,
up.
she's way smarter than people give her credit for.
Don't ever question my professional instincts.
I just wanted to check up on my friends. That's why I came to Liyue Harbor. I promise I wasn't up to any mischief. I never wanted to scare anyone. A few days ago, some people came to Wuwang Hill on a dare. I heard them saying they'd come from Liyue Harbor, so I followed one of them
Oh,
back
so
and ended up
he
here.
found a way to get back to Liyue from doing. That's actually pretty cool.
It must have been poor Lo Chung that he followed. Maybe he didn't notice you, but he could still feel your presence. Now we know what caused his nightmares.
I was discovered?
Well, I assume so, otherwise he wouldn't have been scared half to death.
Why didn't you come looking for Meng sooner?
Yeah, Hu Tao and Meng were searching for you all over the place.
Oh, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my first time in Liyue Harbor, and I got lost in the city.
Oh, that makes sense. It's actually like when I first got here, it seemed pretty large, you know?
Now
For a
that you
child?
mention it, Big G always had a poor sense of direction. When we were kids, he'd never go down the hill by himself. We always had to lead him.
Man, this is really like, it's like kind of bittersweet, isn't it? Like losing a childhood friend and now seeing him now this many years later as a spirit.
So, all of this was just because you got lost?
I mean, yeah, like Paimon, I know Paimon's losing it today, and I understand. We're in front of a ghost now. You know, I'm not gonna even say anything bad about Paimon. She deserves to lose it. We have had a crazy day.
Why didn't you just fly? Like any other ghost or spirit. Don't you think it's much easier to find your way from up above?
I can't.
You can't.
It's too high for me.
Oh.
I get scared.
That's right, yes. He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill.
Same.
You haven't changed a bit.
Good thing they didn't call you Tall G. Yeah, let's say it. Let's do it.
I knew I wasn't supposed to show myself to the living, and with so many people walking around.
So there's
Liyue
rules to being
Harbor,
dead.
My only choice was to hide.
So someone gives you rules when you die.
I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the Leyline Monolith's call.
I'm so relieved that you haven't become an evil spirit.
Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. Now, all we have to do is escort this lost child back to Wuang Hill, and we should be done and dust to dusted.
But he just said he wanted to visit his friends. Apart from me,
All the
there's
people we
also
visited
Little Wu,
earlier.
Mumu and Songza.
Well, if that's the case, we can't let him down.
See, she's actually so sweet.
We'll ask them all to help us prepare a farewell ceremony for Big G. Meng and I will escort Big G back to Wuang Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsakes to symbolize each one of them during the ritual, then come and find us.
She is a sweetheart.
They're all friends. Can't we just go there all together? Or maybe we can take Big G to them.
That's not a
Yeah,
good
true.
idea.
You don't know how they'll react.
I don't wanna
Especially
scare
since they haven't been
them.
looking for him, like Mong has, you know?
I wouldn't want ordinary folks to become superstitious. The less they know, the better. So be careful what you say when you collect the keepsakes.
Very cool. I don't know, I adore her. I adore her a lot.
Plan?
Yes, of course.
At least by keeping things low-key, we won't be giving anyone nightmares.
I agree. I don't know, I think this is a very sweet outcome for this as well, but like we said, like, you know, she is like a, what did she call herself? I forgot what she called herself, like, but like, it's really cool that, like, once again, we're seeing a second side to a character, but I didn't even need to see the second side, I'll be honest with you. I thought she was absolutely hilarious and really funny. But I really appreciate it. Like, to me, like, this is a character who, like, is so tunnel vision in the stuff that they care about and the stuff they want to care about, but still has time for other people, but still is tunnel visioned into helping those people in the same way and has to be kind of, like, you know, reminded of doing something other ways. Like, you know, like, it wouldn't have been my idea to tell the other guy that it was a trick right away, but it worked. She's very sure in her own position and her own job and the way she does things, and I think that's also, like, a really cool sign of a character who's very sure of themselves, and I like that. I think it's really cool. Because it's okay to have both sides of the characters. We also have characters who weren't very sure of themselves previously in story missions too. Like Ganyu.
Oh, you. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor's services anytime soon. Yes, we grew up together. We still keep in touch even now. I don't know why he started working for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. To be honest, I find their director to be quite peculiar.
She's funny.
But he must have had his reasons. He's on his own now, after all. And he still can't get over what happened to Big G. Did he tell you about it?
Yeah, he did. If you could pick one thing to give to Big G as a keepsake, what would you choose? Just, theoretically speaking. We're just being hypothetical here. Definitely not gonna actually go commemorate him or anything.
Typical Paimon. And I think mixing Paimon together with Hu Tao today was like putting, it's like almost like putting fries with fries. You know what I mean? Or putting like, what's the best way to look at it? It's like putting chili sauce on my fries and putting like garlic sauce on my fries. It's like, oh my god, like this works. It's really fun. It's great together. It's like, but it's super strong. It's a super strong flavor. You know what I mean? It's super strong together. It works, but it's super strong and it's clashing in like a very fun way.
I'd cook something for him. Oh, he could eat spicy food like no other. His favorite meal was extra spicy Jueyun chili chicken. I can make it for you if you bring.
Oh, we have
Julian
Julian chilies. We have a lot, I think.
I'm sure he'd appreciate the flavor of his childhood years. I still use that old recipe.
Deal! Just give us a minute.
We have those, all right?
Julian chilies.
I think we have. Yeah, we have a bunch of those.
Great. This should be enough. I'll get started on the Julian chili chicken. I guess you've got other folks to track down?
We'll see.
When everyone's ready, I'll get the dish over to you.
Great! See you later! How did he know about the others?
Wait, is there already a plan? Did they already know about? Did they already know about Big G? Ask Mumu for a keepsake. She should just be right over here. Actually, it's actually very convenient fast travel. Wait, did we unmark it? Did we somehow unmark it? Let's go back into the quest and mark that again. Just so it makes this more simple for us. He's over here anyway, or he's over here.
Not you again. I told you, I'm not interested in the inner workings of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
You will be.
Mung told us about you. You're good friends, right?
That's true, yes. Come to think of it, I remember he did join Wangsheng Funeral Parlor recently. It didn't take long for his good friends to figure out why.
Also, that's why they knew he joined it because of Big G.
But I know there's nothing we can say to help him get over it. Letting go of the past is a painful process. I would know. So, is Big G the reason you're here to see me?
So you do, yeah. They're starting to get the idea.
We didn't even say anything.
They still have concern for their friend.
I'm a businessman. I've got a sixth sense for this kind of thing. Everyone hears the name Moo Moo and thinks I must be dim-witted. I never heard the end of it when I set up shop. But I'd say I proved a few people wrong. Here, take this. It's a top-of-the-line toy box we all dreamed of owning as kids. Back then, none of us could afford it. We were penniless. Today, business is booming. I ended up buying loads of these. It was a dream come true.
Wow, you must be like super rich.
For me, it's a memento of a childhood long gone. Without it, we wouldn't be where we are today. So, having found me, I guess you'll be looking for Little Wu and Songza next.
This is actually super neat. A super neat ending to this. I know it's not ending, but...
We already saw Little Wu. Now we gotta find Songza.
I see. If it's Songza you're after, let's meet at the overpass at Feiyun Slope. It's just above the staircase leading down to the dock.
Cool.
I've got an errand to run. I'll come find you as soon as I'm done.
I'm actually like luxurious toy box, yeah. Like it's actually like it's actually really sweet. And I think that like this is one of those quests that it's not as serious as Zhongli's, right? In terms of like the grander scheme of things. It's not as serious as like some other story quests we've done. But what it, like it's not as serious as a Zhao story quest. But what it is, it's like taking something that actually is kind of a serious topic, which is a child passing away and the memory of that child, and making it a really sweet topic where you have like a bunch of friends remembering him, and also one of the funniest characters in the world, setting it up so that they can remember him properly. You know? Oh, it's up above. Okay. There? Yeah, it is. Okay. If that makes sense, am I making any sense? Like it's like a very dark topic. And because we are dealing with this dark topic with a bunch of sweethearts and a bunch of people that like really appreciate this character that died, we actually have like a very, very nice approach to it. You know what I mean? And it actually makes us feel a little bit more comfortable about it. Oh, they're all together. Oh, this is really sweet. This is really sweet.
Reminiscing about old times, thinking back to past events. We've been at it for years.
Our hometown was completely destroyed in a disaster, so we've got nowhere to go back to. Now, home is wherever friends are.
They've just been telling me you're looking for keepsakes? I make artisan style lanterns down by Liyue Harbor. I guess they represent me better than anything. A few days ago, I bought some quality plastrite shards. They're currently all in the warehouse at the dock. I've already spoken to the manager. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me?
Seems like you already know what's going on. Be back in a jiffy.
Yep. And they're all together as well. I think also as well, one of the things that Genshin, is like should get a lot of credit for is that like they actually have like, yeah, they're able to make like the silliest and most fun characters you've ever seen in your life. But also like, no matter who you're talking to in this game, there is always an outcome with these story quests and these quests, any quest, where it's like, okay, that makes sense.
More speed.
That makes perfect sense that this turned out this way. And I super appreciate that as well. Ooh, nice. Common chest for me. It's mine.
At least
We're almost at adventure rank 45, guys. And when we get to adventure rank 45, that means Eula gets a new car. She's going to drive around. I don't really like driving. It's not up to you, Eula. You're going to have to learn how to drive. You're the one who's going to drive us. All of us can't reach the wheel. And Kava is too fancy to be able to... I'm literally an aristocrat. You're saying I'm not fancy enough? Do you have a white, fluffy, flowing shirt? Yes. You both will learn how to drive.
Hi, we're here to pick up the plastrite shards for Sansa.
I think she mentioned it. Yes, here you are on the register. No problem. The plastrite shards are over in that crate there. Please, help yourselves.
Which crate? This crate here? Goodbye. That's one thing I always find so funny in this game.
Let's look someplace else. Doesn't seem like they're here. Let's look someplace else.
Whatever it is. On top?
These look like what Sungza was talking about. Let's head back.
What I mean is like with the what was so funny in this is that what happens is you'll talk to someone and they'll be like, do you need any help? And you'll be like, no, I'm okay. And then they go, well, I'll say something anyway. I'm going to say something anyway, so what are you going to do about it? Like there when you're like, okay, can you help me out with this thing? And then you go, goodbye. And then they go, okay, may the sun shine on the beautiful, and you're like, I just said goodbye. I just said goodbye. You listen to me right now. I'm actually really excited to see the outcome
My
of this.
Thanks to both of you. This looks like great stuff. Please, wait a moment. This is the final step. Okay, there we go. I wrote all 5 of our names inside the lantern. You know, during the annual lantern rite, we all release a lantern like this.
I don't even know what the lantern rite is. Never even heard of it.
No matter what the days may bring, whichever roads we choose to take, while this rite remains observed, each of us remains the same.
No matter what days may bring, whichever roads who you choose to take, while this rite remains observed, each of us remain the same. So it's saying that, like, no matter how much, like, we are different or we grow up, the lantern rite will always, like, help us, like, I guess, find a way home or, like, remain the same or understand where we came from, I guess.
As for the matter of Big G, the 3 of us have discussed amongst ourselves and agreed we won't press you on it.
But if you get the chance,
Oh.
we're doing well. And that the things we once spoke of, they've all come to pass.
It's actually super, super sweet. You can count on us.
Thank you. We'll pass it on. Big G is lucky to have friends like you.
Yeah. I love she said it in the present tense as well.
We got everything we need. Let's go to Wulong.
What did we get? We got like a lantern. Yeah. Like, it's a serious topic. It is. It's a child mortality topic. We went to the wrong place again. It's a topic of child mortality. Like, it is. And that's not
The sun's out.
easy to comprehend or understand. It's not easy to get around.
This meteorological transformation is most splendid.
But we're very lucky.
Like a felicitous twist of fate in the face of certain doom.
Heck yeah. But we're very lucky in this game that we have characters that can look beyond the veil of death and make this topic a lot sweeter and a lot more comfortable for everyone involved. You know what I mean? Well, comfortable is probably not the right word, but like manageable.
Oh, you're back already? Sooner than I expected.
Couldn't stay away from this sweetheart. She's honestly a sweetheart.
You didn't go spilling the beans, did you, Paimon?
They already knew.
Does Paimon look that unreliable to you?
She goes to Paimon right away.
I'm kidding. Anyway, looks like they were willing to hand over some keepsakes. So I guess they knew the deal.
She is the type of friend that everyone goes, look, she's lovely, but like, she's gonna make fun of you a few times. Just be prepared for that. So you're at lunch and then like, she's like, so you went thrifting with your new outfit? It's like, oh no, I bought this. This is like designer, I suppose. Oh, I thought you thrifted from the really bad thrifting store downtown. And then like they go, what is? Kidding. You know what I mean? Nothing's wrong with thrifting, by the way. Like I've like usually like thrifters like have some of the nicest clothes as well. So it's like that's how you get like very much like a manageable vintage designer clothes.
Nevertheless, when it comes to things like ghosts and ghouls, spirits and souls,
but I don't think she's intentionally being mean in what
never know
anyway
what
at
to
all. Like, she's not
expect.
even being mean. She's just really funny.
Which explains why they were reluctant to pry and find out the full story. Which is just as well, because if they had attempted to, it would have been too much for me to deal with.
Sounds terrifying.
Guard the border between life and death. This is Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's most important responsibility, and I'm stricter than most.
So what about us? Does it matter if we cross the border?
Of course not. After all, you were caught up in all this already, just like Meng. It's not the end of the world if you catch a glimpse behind the curtain. And where we're going, don't be surprised at what you may see or what may occur. All of it exists within the border between the living and the dead. An ordinary place,
Really cool shot here.
The only special thing about it is that nobody really knows about it. Whatever you do, don't get all worked up over nothing, okay? Or else by the time we're out, I'll have to erase your memories.
Is this a joke too?
So listen to everything I say.
Okay, it's not.
Let's go.
Paimon's scared.
Look, we can do it. We can do it.
But like Hu Tao says, we're already caught up in this. We better see it through to the end.
So it's like a dungeon? Yeah, it always ends on a like domain of some kind. Yeah, man, like I've just really appreciated hanging out with Hu Tao, like for both the comedic aspect and both just learning about her character and both like seeing what she's doing with her own job and learning more about the funeral parlor as well and learning more about the perception of the funeral parlor as well. I really do appreciate it. We might take Kava off this team right now and put on...
May knowledge guide
just to have, just in case, you never know what might happen here. We could just do it with 3 characters.
Wow.
Sick.
This place.
somewhere close to death, but not like the hell or underworld from the tales of old. This is just a place where the ley lines tend to go a little bit haywire.
Okay.
So keep your cool. Follow me. The farewell ceremony site is just
This
up ahead.
is another serve, by the way. Look at this. Watch. Look at that. Look. That's so. And then look, the 1, 2. It kind of reminds me of Xing Shou's moves, like in a weird way, but like I think like what's happened with Xing Shou is he's like way more like wide with his stance, while Hu Tao is like she keeps her legs close together, almost like kind of trying to be more controlled and keeping a distance, almost like trying to push back maybe. Like his like, you know, very much moving kind of like forward, and while she does move forward as well, there's very much like a feeling of like trying to like stay in her own spot, stay in the same circle. That's all. Look at the third one, like the little kick. Let's see this again. Look, watch, and then this little kick. That's so cool. That's so cool. What's 4? That's really cool. And a slam down with a spear is very interesting too. Very interesting. And what's the 5th one we saw as well? We got a glimpse of it earlier as well. That's so cool. She is serving. She is serving. And then like, this is my favorite one, the kick. Watch. Like it's actually a really, really sweet move. So she also has her R2, which adds flames to, oh my god. And then she, wait a second. Holy hell, look at this. Wait, is it only on the 5th one? Let's see. Wait, or which one is it? The 4th one? 1, 2, 3, 4. How did we get... Hold on. 1, 2, 3 maybe? How do... Maybe we have to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. How did we get that? She was doing a little face on her. 1, 2. 1, 2. There it is. Oh my god, so there's a 6th move. Is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then she does this. That's adorable. Okay, she's a great character. She's a great character. Would love to have this character on my team, but I don't know when she's gonna get like another chance in any banner or anything. But then again, we got Kava, and he wasn't even on a banner. Were you burning already, girl? I'm so sorry. That's my bad. That's really my bad for putting you through the flames.
That pattern looks familiar.
From the right angle, you can make out the whole thing.
It's like a thumbs up, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, just like last time.
Do you want us to pick this up or something? From the right angle. Oh, yeah. I get what they're saying. There, around there. Close. There? No, because we need to connect over here as well. So maybe here? This is an interesting, harder one. Oh, because we wanted to connect there as well. Like there. There we go. Interesting. Yeah, I love this character, man. This is a top tier character, fun to use and all. So what are we going for? Like, should we just try and use? Let's see this again. Oh, that's so sick. That's incredibly sick. Again, imagine against ice, like doing the ice domains and stuff like that. This is just a really fun move. That's, oh my god, it's a dash move as well for this one. Look. That's sick. She's great. Wait, and she sets herself on fire? I can't wait to see her special move as well.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
I think she'd be a fantastic fire character to have on our team. I think she'd be incredible.
This place doesn't feel at peace.
Oh.
That's why it's named the border. You can't just cross whenever you please. You need to have a little, how do people normally put it? Pomp and ceremony?
Oh my god, the ghost?
That's not how people put it.
This is one of the most fun characters. This is like how I felt when I first fought with Eula or Xiao. This is or how I first felt when I fought with Chevrus. So there's these things we have to break open here. Oh, here we go. She's awesome. She's legit just like a really fun
I
character.
imagine Adventurers Guild members are good at making order of things. See if you can find a way to get the right things into the right places. Usually it requires a bit of destruction as well as elemental reactions. On your marks.
You talking to us?
So we have to get them over here. And there's another one over there too, but I imagine we have to unlock this as well. Oh, please don't let me die waiting for your touch. Here? They want us to stand right here, don't they? Oh. Maybe close by to this? You can see it kind of light up when we get to a certain part of this. Like here? Come on. There we go. That was the brightest it's ever been. Jesus, man, this is actually a lot harder than I thought it'd be. Better. Better is a lot harder than I thought it'd be. They must want us to stand here, though, right? What is happening? Oh. Okay, so it's not standing on that spot, it's just close to that spot, I guess? Is what we're looking at? Fair enough. I can't get over how cool this character is. Look at this. The wink. You could never. We could never. Serving eternally, even beyond the grave. Take all that cabbage off you there too. Yeah, she's a really sick character. Oh no, I thought we could check. Yeah, we can't check her. I want to see what that second talent does, actually. Because we know what the first talent kind of does. Level 7. Commands a blazing spear to attack, dealing power damage and AoE. Upon striking the enemy, generate a percentage of its who does max HP. Cool, so it's a heal. This effect can be triggered up to 5 times. Based on numbers enemies hit, if Hauto's HP is below or equal to 50% when the enemy is hit, both the damage and HP regeneration are increased. Okay. Supernatural activity by those who have already left this world is a source of great anxiety for Wang Xiang funeral partner. In such cases, cremation always lets Hu Tao find peace of mind. The more anxious she feels, the stronger the flame. That makes so much sense why her move is fire. Because it's cremation. That makes so much sense. Let's do a little electrocution here. She's also like, the sound she makes like a very like very good effort sounds. You know what I mean?
Time to go.
Like, it sounds like she's like her character is actually struggling a little bit to do stuff. Not struggling, but like actually putting in a lot of like effort to do this stuff.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
She is sick. She's so cool. It's possibly one of my favorite characters. Yeah, no, I'd say like top 3 in terms of like combat. I love her. I love how she moves. And maybe it's just because I'm biased for spear users. She's really fun to use. That's my music video, my song I wrote. I have a bias for spear users. There's a spider over there, but I don't care.
So confusing. Let's have a look around. Or up ahead.
Yep, I'm guessing it's over here. Let Bennett heal her a bit as well. You're so cool. You're so cool. You are so cool. Wait, do you have to go down to the water? She can even swim. None of us can do that. We need her on the team. She can swim. You don't want to get burned alive like last time. Okay, we're on fire again. I wonder what this is even like. It seems like we're like off the grid almost. I know we even need to set fire to that, maybe just to burn these alive. She's such a cool moveset. Actually, wait, we're back here again? Wait, back here again? Yeah, this place already lit up. What the hell? Huh? Oh. Were we supposed to find something along the way here? What happened?
Huh? Isn't this where we just
Yes!
were before?
Hold on a second. What is even happening? Like,
Beg for mercy.
what is even happening? Maybe go this way? No, there is no wait. Did I miss something along the way? Or did the world reset? I don't know, because all the boxes reset again.
What into that is going on? Have we even been moving forward this whole time?
Almost as if we're constantly being sent back to the beginning. Everything resets.
So we started from here.
We go.
This is where we came from. So we came down this way. And we were like, okay. I wonder what this way.
Adventure time. Off we go.
Everything resets.
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?
So we have to do it a few more times? Bro, get out of here. You are the most annoying. What, because we're trapped here? Because we're trapped in your little freaking spiderweb? Bro, stop it. Never do that again to me or I will literally cry. So is Hu Tao playing another prank? I wonder if that's what it is. Now Benny's on fire. I actually genuinely wonder what's happening here.
Body and mind.
Like, it's clear she's playing a little trick on us.
Time to act.
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
What does she mean?
Don't be daft. You've put
Oh
my
my
mind at rest.
god.
Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross
That's
over.
actually pretty sick.
So you set us up?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?
Oh my god, is this actually the case? If that's the case, that's actually such a good little puzzle. Like, it's so... Oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. I didn't realize how low health we were. Low stamina we were. Please just give me back my thing, by the way. Thank you so much. Wait. Did it reset already? No, it did not. We have to carry it all the way through. So what she means is you just have to literally carry it all the way through, so you'll have two. So sick. So sick. This game is so sick. And again, it's such a simple thing, and like, but works so well.
Beg for mercy.
Yeah. Like how? I don't know. Again, it's very simple. It's very simple. Once you figure it out, it's like, okay, that's really cool. And now there's gonna be a second one down there. Yeah. Hu Tao. Hu Tao. Top 5 character all time.
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross
I would like to
over.
also eat some food, please, for maybe some sweet madams or something for some of these characters here. That was sick. That was really sick.
Finally! Paimon thought we were gonna be trapped in that weird place forever.
That's exactly the point. Trespassers end up running scared.
So that's the weird stuff out of the way, right?
Yep. Just dive off the edge here.
It couldn't be me. It definitely couldn't be me. I guess it is me. Actually, really cool jump. I love doing that. I remember because I was afraid of heights, I was like lived through games. So like, I remember Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 2. I would just like jump off buildings all the time because I was so afraid of heights. And you know, you could do this web swing in the end. It used to be so fun. It made me absolutely adore that game.
Welcome to the farewell ceremony site. Our destination is just up ahead.
Cool.
I know you're excited, so feel free to have a look around and talk amongst yourselves. Soon you'll find out there's nothing special about this place.
What are you talking about? It's gorgeous.
Are you clients? Apologies. This is just a little unexpected.
So these are all clients that she had as well?
Seeing that it was Hu Tao that brought you puts me at ease. But I'm afraid we don't have the means to entertain guests here.
Who are you?
My name is Lan Si. I've been waiting for someone for a long time now. Exactly how long, I couldn't really say. Everyone says waiting is difficult, but walking, watching, talking to newcomers and the old crowd, it helps to pass the time. I can keep waiting, but Who knows whether what I'm waiting for will ever come to pass? It's all the same to me. Waiting's all I can do anyway. But if you too are looking for someone important to you, it's best not to keep waiting forever.
So we're about to see like a bigger appreciation for Hu Tao and how she's helped people move on, I'm guessing, as well.
Are you new here?
And no wonder she's not afraid of death. She talks to ghosts all the time.
I can't believe how nice the scenery is. I thought it'd be all pitch black and freezing cold with no sense of space or time. Here I can finally work out a lifetime of emotions. It's fantastic. Perhaps I just set my expectations too low.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's absolutely amazing.
By the way, have you seen Uncle Jean recently?
That guy. I remember him saying it was time for him to move on.
Good for him. I wonder where he's off to next.
If you're curious, why don't we go and see for ourselves?
Some other time, perhaps. I'd like to stay here for a while.
More speed.
More speed. Make my ski. All the kids together.
It's the lantern rite again.
Oh, it's a
Wouldn't it be
memory of
cool if
them?
we got to see the lanterns ourselves one day.
Dear God.
You can make a wish without a lantern, you know. My mom told me.
Oh.
As long as you yell it really loud, your wish will come
Look
true.
what
in the
Hu Tao's
future.
doing for these people. Like, I actually feel like, you know,
Yell it?
she doesn't get the credit.
Isn't that kind of embarrassing?
Big G.
As soon as the first person yells, and everyone else just joins in, and nobody feels embarrassed anymore.
That's right. Little Woo, you start.
Little Woo.
All right, I wish I could open a massive restaurant with never-ending dishes and snacks, so I could eat Joy and chili chicken every day.
That's your wish?
If that's so funny, what's your wish?
To get rich, of course. Do big business and make a load of Mora. With Mora, you can do whatever you want and be happy.
Yeah, if you get rich, you could buy that super expensive toy box.
Not just one. One for everyone.
This is super
No,
sweet seeing
loads
this.
For everyone.
Well, if Momo's gonna be a businessman, then I don't need to earn any money.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's tough getting rich. Don't put all the pressure on me.
As for me, I want to learn to make Ming Xiao lanterns. The big kind! And Xiao lanterns, too. I'll be the best artisan around.
Yeah. That way we don't need to go to Liyue Harbor to release Xiao lanterns.
Anyway, those are our wishes. Mung, Big G, what about
Oh, the
you?
two people in this quest.
Me?
Huh? They all disappeared.
Oh, they're not gonna get to make the wish together now, are they?
It brings back so many memories. That was the last lantern ride the five of us spent together.
It's been so long. Everyone's all grown up. Have all those wishes really come true?
They've come true.
We asked each of them for parting gifts for you. Little Wu's become a chef. Momo's a successful businessman. And Songza makes great Xiao lanterns.
Really? Wow.
Oh. This is breaking my heart. Like, it's super sweet, but it's so like... Like, how would you deal with this?
We've never forgotten our childhood dreams. We've kept them in our hearts as a promise to each other. Anyway, time to release this lantern.
No. Like,
Hey, take a hint.
huh?
Let's give them some space to go over the good old days.
She's like she's much smarter than anyone gives her credit for. So much smarter, because look at this, look what she's established here. Look what she's made here. She's given them so much space. And she's, oh, they're gonna set it off together.
Take the hint? Really? Of all of us, you're the one who needs to learn how to read the room.
Paimon, it's not time for your rivalry, okay? Paimon starts a new rivalry every episode. Your new scope of work is nothing like imagined. Yes, exactly.
Really? The end result is the same, though. Exactly what I do and how I do it are just minor technicalities.
Heck yeah.
As I explained, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was once upon a time more akin to a doctor's office than an actual funeral parlor. During the Archon War, piles of corpses covered the wilderness. People were plunged into misery and suffering. Disease was spreading all over the land. Death devastated the world of the living. Such were the times when the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first established. As humans, its founders were deemed too insignificant to matter, but slowly, they managed to drive away death.
They must have paid a huge price for that.
After generations, Liyue Harbor became a bustling hub of prosperity, luring people with dreams of great fame and abundant mora. But in the end, some lunatics stirred up the legacy of the dead. By that I mean the remnants of the defeated gods that ravaged the world. I won't go into specifics of that situation, but suffice to say that at its peak, life was on the verge of bringing about its own extinction, while death was coming back with a vengeance. It took a long, long time, longer than you'd think, to restore balance and reinstate the border. Without it, Liyue Harbor as we know it wouldn't be here today, neither would the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, you or me.
Like, how cool is it? Like seeing, like I said, like the character, the surface of the character is so fun always, and then the deep down part of them as well is something we'll never forget.
The previous directors all love to tell this one too. Although, if you ask me, I think I tell.
I agree.
What you make of my words is up to you. I do hope that most of it flew over your heads, though. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is just that, a funeral parlor. Nothing more to it.
Maybe it's for the better. I think that's an interesting thing she's saying as well. Is she's like, hey, we do all this. This is a part of our plan. Like how we were established. But what she wants more than anything is to be a thriving business and like to know that her job is very simple to her. You know what I mean?
We live in peaceful times, but this harmonious coexistence between life and death should never.
And we have people like you that are there to make sure no one takes it for granted.
Huh? It's about time. Let's go. Let's take them to the place where all begins and all goes to rest.
What kind of place is that?
I just mean where we first bumped into each other. I come up with fun names for things sometimes, okay? No need to hound me with questions about every little thing I say.
That's the first time I've seen Hu Tao have an expression of, Paimon, shut up. Yeah, this has been super great. This has been super, super nice. And this is a beautiful place as well. Look at this. It's absolutely gorgeous. And like establishing as well, like, you know, because Hu Tao, they started off the thing with showing her like kind of like annoying people and like being very, very persuasive about her business. But also at the same time, like what she does is cannot be replaced and is irreplaceable. It is something that not everyone can do with a smile, you know? In fact, it'd be very difficult to do with a smile. Almost impossible. Let's just be honest, almost impossible. And once again, we grow to appreciate another story character.
Everything we could to make you happy, Big G, wouldn't you say? But if you ever really do become an evil spirit and come back with more nefarious nonsense in mind, I may have to forget our friendship and give you a far less.
There he is. There's
fun
business side Hu Tao.
I won't. I promise. Oh. I'm grateful for everything you've done for me.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Now that I know that my friends are doing so well, I have no intention.
And that's all he wanted, to know they were doing well.
I also want to thank you. You made my dream come true too.
So you should also mind my warning, Mung. If you won't let go of the past, I might reunite you two sooner than you think.
She's in, I will kill you.
How can you say such horrendous things with that smile on your face?
Hu Tao.
Well then, last but not least, let's say our goodbyes to Big G.
See you later, Big G.
Not like that. You won't be seeing him later. Let's stick to goodbye and such.
No worries. I'll just take my leave. I'm sorry. Of all the wishes we yelled that day, only ours
That's
hasn't
true.
come true.
That's true.
Nah, don't be bothered by that. No life is without its regrets.
Exactly. Well, Hu Tao was
need
saying
peace
earlier
now.
that that's one of the scariest parts of death is the regrets part of it. But like, again, everyone's gonna leave with regrets, right? Like you just said.
Alright, I'll remember you all. Goodbye.
Such a sweet ending.
He's gone then. I thought that closure would bring me relief, but all I can feel now is...
It's probably gonna feel like that for a
emptiness.
while.
So, what was the wish you two made? We didn't have a chance to hear it earlier.
After each of us has started a family and built a career, we want both our families to spend the lantern rite together. That's why I envy my friends so much. Little Wu and the rest, they all had a chance to fulfill their wishes.
Yeah.
Mine, however, will remain just a dream.
This is what I always say to people. You have so much ahead of you. So much.
That's right. Also, think about this. Everyone gets burned to ash one
Fact.
day. So enjoy your life while you can, and when your duty to the living is over, you can meet whoever you want again in the afterlife. Isn't that great?
Thank you?
Honestly, that's like Hu Tao giving you a hug.
Either way, I don't think I'll ever return to Wuwang Hill. I have a lot of
Understandable.
feelings to process.
Very understandable.
No worries. It's a good opportunity for you to go on vacation. Consider your leave approved. Naturally, this doesn't
The leave
change
will
the
be
terms
unpaid.
of our previous agreement. The leave will be
No.
unpaid.
Oh, he's just like, okay, I'll go. no arguing.
Aren't you forgetting about something?
You promised that you'd help us in our search.
I took you to the border and let you have a look around, didn't I? But based on your reaction, it seems like you didn't find what you're looking for.
Yeah, but honestly,
It is a pity indeed.
all of this is worth it for Calvin, and I feel like for us as well.
The biggest pity of all is your lack of help.
I was fishing around on your behalf through the channels that aren't accessible to you. Unfortunately, I didn't find any leads worth pursuing either. I'll keep my eyes open in case anything crops up. If so, I'll be sure to let you know.
You don't sound like you mean it.
Honestly, at this point, I don't even know.
I'm not an expert on tracking down the living. However, if you want me to summon someone from the other side of the border...
Paimon wants that. She wants it so badly.
Oh, stop saying creepy stuff.
My favorite parts of this game are Paimon just starting rivalries with everyone.
Relax. I'll help you look for them. You have my word. My exquisite sense of humor always goes unappreciated.
I appreciate it. Seems like the funeral home is directly suits you.
I have my reasons.
Cool.
Reasons?
The spirits we saw near the border are the dead that still long for the world of the living. But I've never seen any of the previous directors there, not even once. This means that becoming the director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was the right decision for them.
Oh.
And left them with no regrets.
That's actually really nice. Like the fact that she's able to like, maybe this is the fact that she's able to like look at death in the face every single day, like show like and understand like how people feel, you know, the family members feel, understand how like, you know, like seeing a corpse right in front of you every single day is going to change your perspective, I think. So she feels as though the other funeral directors have no regrets because they were also able to like deal with death every day. Very, very sweet ending. And honestly, just a very funny character with a very, very sweet story attached to it as well. That was awesome. And Meng's still over there. Meng's still having a good time. Meng's probably not having a good time. It's probably a lot to process. A lot. This banner has 11 days left on it. And we've gotten what we want from it for sure. We of course have the standard banner. Which honestly, like... We have 2 characters from the standard banner on this now. Mona would be fantastic. So if we might get some like free, you get free fates all the time in this game. So there might be a possibility we do get a free fate at some point. I really like that story. I really liked Hu Tao. I think though as well, like while it wasn't as serious as the other ones, it was serious to the individuals in the actual story itself. And I'm very excited to actually get into more of this. We're going to be doing next week. I don't know what exactly we're going to be doing, so I won't say what we're going to be doing, but I do know we're going to be doing a lot of cleanup. We're probably going to be doing a lot of like World Quest stories and things like that. And who knows, maybe doing some other Hangout stuff, like trying to get the Hangouts done as well. But I will say, for people that are wondering, we are edging closer and closer to an island in the distance. And remember, my friends, remember that while death is not scary, life is what's scary. Living, walking through this life, that is the true curse. But yes, we're all small right now. But when we all die, we will die as tall as a colossus. Or a big G. Thank you to TIE-Fire02, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, Normal Cara, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicitas Felix, George Candelaria, Eskun, Yuld, Radish, Fruity, Orange Bang, Summer Oasis, Death Trap, Anusta, Shibatabed, and Malcolm Conde. And thank you to all my patrons, and thank you guys so much for supporting this series. We have finished the story quest portion of this, and like I said, come with me to an island very soon. Very soon. I'm not saying when, because I know if I put a date on it and we don't get by that date, some people are gonna be like, oh, Calvin, you got the date wrong. But you know what the truth is? I see more, I say that like a lot of most people are like, hey, take your time. Most people are like, take your time. I'll see you guys very soon. Let's do the thing. Very cool, Eula.